Hey Virgo, I hope that you guys are all doing great. Welcome to your June love reading. So we're going to take a look and see what's coming in for your love life this June, experiences that you could have, what are things going to be like for you, what are your messages from spirit. I hope that you guys are all doing great, and I just want to say thank you for being here for the reading. If you're new to my channel, my name is Lynn. This is Passionate Heart Tarot. I do hope that you'll stay and subscribe. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video, leave a comment. Let's get into your reading, Virgo. Okay, before I begin, just want to take a moment to invite white light, the Holy Spirit. So I can see Cancer and Libra's energy coming through. Are any of you dealing with a Cancer or a Libra, involved with a Cancer or a Libra? It could be cross watchers here for you, Virgo, or your moon or rising signs. When you see overall energy like this coming through, Taurus is also here. It just lets me know that for some of you, you could have like a kind of a difficult period with you and your person, because I almost feel like this shows me the potential for like an argument to lead to a breakup. I feel like there's a lot of mounting frustrations, and what's making someone feel so fed up, I think, is like a stubbornness. But I wonder if the two of you like both kind of get this way with each other, if you like butt heads or you go tit for tat. Because when you see the Chariot come in reverse, that's like a real stubborn energy. I always look at it like something that is stuck, it won't move forward, and even like with force, it won't move forward. And force could be this arguing that I can see, maybe even giving someone an ultimatum. This could be what you end up doing. You know, since I'm reading for you, Virgo, I look at you as like the dominant energies and the way that you could take control of things. I will tell you that I think that it's important to kind of be a little bit careful, because like that breakup or like giving that ultimatum could end up being something that is permanent, or I feel like could kind of backfire on the other one. I just feel like an ultimatum is not the way to go. And I feel like what someone needs to do before they do anything rash, impulsive, is to just like take a step back, maybe take a breather, take some space, maybe chill out before they pick up the phone or before they write back a bunch of angry things, because I do feel like it could end up doing more damage than they anticipate, and even doing like more permanent damage to the connection. So it makes me wonder what's going on with you guys now, because I know that these kinds of frustrations don't come out of nowhere. This is something that's been built up over time. I know that because those 10 swords didn't get on that person's back overnight. Although with the way that someone, I feel, really has the potential to lose their temper and just kind of say very, very hurtful things. I know it can feel that way. It can feel like you know, you hit me with the law all at once, and now I'm in this place where I just feel very defeated, because like someone's words has the potential to really hurt the other one. I mean, just look at the way that person is laying there dead on the card, and those swords represent like words. So I just feel like someone really needs to watch their temper. And since I'm reading for you, Virgo, I'll give the advice to you. But I wonder if the shoe's on the other foot and any of you experience someone who is just way out of line with you, really kind of harsh when it comes to you. And just there's just so much potential to say something that cannot be taken back. So I feel like a message of advice to everyone here is just really watch what you say. It won't be worth it in the end to win an argument in such a harsh and nasty way. I feel like taking a step back is super important, because when you see the King of Swords, that is someone who is acting very different than they usually are. Because I feel like the King of Swords is someone who is more on the quiet side, more on the intellectual, logical side of things. I feel like they tend to be very level-headed normally. It's not someone who loses their cool under pressure. I feel like they're cool, calm, and collected mostly. But then there's a change that comes over this person, because when you see the King of Swords in reverse, it's someone who is really letting their emotions get the best of them. And it's like, where did their normal calm demeanor go? Where did their logic go? It's getting, their emotions are taking over. So I wonder, is that you, Virgo? Are you letting your emotions get the best of you? I just think it's important to remember that, like, no one can be forced into anything. And I don't say that to take sides, but I feel like the more someone tries to force the other one, the more frustrated they will become. And when they let themselves become so frustrated like this, the more potential there is to just become very irrational, lose their cool. And I feel like it backfires on this person. So since I'm reading for you, I give you the warnings from Spirit to just kind of really keep an eye on your frustrations and your temper. If you feel like you've repeated yourself over and over and over again when it comes to something, don't let this person bring that out in you. Don't let them take away all your peace like that. I just think it's important for you to remember that you can't control what anyone does. Through words, through force, through threats, through ultimatums. Just, let their actions speak for their intentions towards you. Because why should you, if these are your frustrations the way that I can see, why should you have to keep repeating yourself like this when it comes to someone? And with all of this energy of things really being on the rocks for some of you, and very fragile, about to come undone anyway, I mean, you can take a more peaceful route for yourself. And I'm telling you that because it's for yourself. And when I talk about taking a more peaceful route, I mean out of the connection, especially if you're thinking about walking away from the connection anyway because you're so fed up and frustrated and you feel like there's too many blockages here. I want to look at that Chariot. There's a lot of things from the past that are interfering in the present. Definitely something from the past, I feel, can be what triggers this moment here, which can ultimately lead to someone feeling like they made a real mistake. I just think that for whoever... I'll say this for whoever's watching, because this energy could go either way depending, because this is general. But they just need to really be aware of what their triggers from the past are, because that energy is just floating around them. And it could even be something from childhood that triggers like insecurities. or maybe even something from the past between you and this person that's like in their face all over again and brought up all over again. It's definitely unresolved issues from the past that I feel like can lead to this argument that I can see. It's not the easiest thing to do, and you'll have to decide if you want to do this, but a gentler approach is definitely the way to go. I feel like when someone is approached in a way that they feel is respectful, first of all, and like loving, caring, with concern, that's what will turn the energy around. You know that old cliche, like you get more flies with honey? I feel like that expression is definitely true. That's like the vibe floating around in your love life in June, Virgo. I just, since I'm reading for you, I give the advice to you, but I wonder if any of you feel like the shoe's on the other foot and maybe you see this side of your person. I don't think, see, that's the thing is, I don't think you are, if the shoe's on the other foot, I don't think you're going to let anyone disrespect you. I don't think you're going to let anyone talk to you in a way that you feel is harsh or cruel or belittling. And what I can see happening, it's like, okay, if you want to walk away, then go. If you want to be done with me, then go. So it could really backfire on someone. If someone here is trying to put the other one to the test, force things, I just don't see that working. And this could even make someone switch their whole approach to whatever the situation is that they feel is not budging or moving forward. And then when you see like these two energies in reverse like that, I just feel like I'm looking at them and they look so different to me. So since it's coming through like that from spirit, whoever it is that loses their cool, I think that they're going to have their person looking at them and feeling like, wow, I guess I don't really know you. I'm seeing a whole different side to you that I didn't know was there. I just feel like it's not worth the damage that it'll cause, because ultimately in the end, I feel like this person is left feeling like they made a lot of mistakes. That person is left losing a lot of respect in the other one's eyes. So it's a funny situation, because if any of you feel like, well, I'm super frustrated, if you feel that way and you already feel like this person is not moving forward, doing what you want them to do, or things are just not going the way that you want it to go, don't go out like that, because I think you're gonna really, I don't know if you care about this, but I feel like you will really mess up your reputation in their eyes, and there won't be any going back. This person does not look like they bow out gracefully at all, but then they look like they end up regretting the way that they behave. It's just like a lot of control issues that are here. And I feel like someone wanting more control and not having it makes them feel so frustrated. I think that they just feel like things need to be done at a certain time and done a certain way. And what I mean by that is the progression of the relationship and like where we should be, things like that. And when they feel like they don't get it, I feel like they kind of like snap, because for some of you, this, like I said, didn't happen overnight. But for some of you, I wonder if like you just see this person's temper comes out all of a sudden and you're like, where is all this coming from? Really, it's been mounting for a while now, and maybe they should have talked about it a little bit more, or maybe the other one should have taken them seriously when they kept repeating themselves over and over and over. So there's a lot to tell you about Virgo, because I feel like there's so many frustrations, and those frustrations can lead to some of you breaking up with this person, or they break up with you. But like I said, I feel like if it does come to that for some of you, that could end up being something that is permanent. And not to be mean, but kind of feels to the other one like, oh no, that was too much, that was too stressful, and now I feel like maybe it's better that it didn't work out between us. I just wonder, who is this I can't keep my eyes off of this person, because there is so much anger and frustration. It's a very volatile energy. It's even like just someone who, their words are very hurtful and poisonous to the connection. And then, I keep looking at things from both perspectives, and I feel like their energy is like, well, I'm just so frustrated. But then that's why this message is coming through from Spirit. Like, you can't control what anyone will do or won't do, whether through like force, dominance, yelling. That doesn't help anything. So I do wonder what you'll choose to take from the advice, because there's almost like a lot of advice coming through to you from Spirit, Virgo. So if this is your current connection that you're watching this for, I just think it's important for the two of you to really work on the communication, because it's not fair either way. It's not fair if someone has been repeating something over and over and over. Of course they're going to get frustrated by it. Of course they will. So it's important to just pay attention to one another. I feel like it's the golden rule. Treat them the way that you would want to be treated, and you can avoid a lot of this stress, because it does look like there's some stress coming through. And I will say that, like, you catch more flies with honey. That's why I wonder if there's any kind of mirroring between you and this person. If they feel like, well, you're coming at me like that, so I'm gonna come at you like that. But then it just looks like, what good will that really do? It won't do any good. I feel like there's such a chance to really taint someone's reputation in the other one's eyes. You don't want all of this kind of like irrational behavior and disrespect flying around in the connection, because the Empress in reverse is a feeling of disrespect. So I feel like there's a lot of tension in the air coming through in your reading. So for some of you, just know that it could come to a head. It's probably best to just try to let it come to a head in a more calm way. You don't want to get to the point where you're like screaming at this person, or this person like just completely loses their cool, because whoever does that is going to regret it. So if someone does that with you, they're going to regret it. Because I don't think that you'll take that. I don't think that you'll hold on to that, especially if you know this is a relationship that you actually can walk away from. I don't mean for those of you that are like married, have children. If it's a relationship that you don't have any paperwork and you can actually walk away from it, this person losing their cool is going to result in a breakup. So there's just a lot going on. Now, since I'm reading for you, I give you all the warnings. Maybe to be mindful of what triggers you, to something that just like from the past that triggers anger like that. And like I said, if you feel like I've talked about it over and over and over, then you have your message of advice from Spirit about what you need to do. Maybe it is time for you to walk away from this person if you feel like there's so many blockages between you and them. And if you feel like you're not in the mood to try and catch more flies with honey than vinegar. If you feel like you've been disrespected time and time again, bow out gracefully. Don't bow out losing your cool like that. Only because I feel like you will regret it if you do. So wow, there's actually a lot going on. I would just say to try to talk more, avoid arguing, and try to avoid conflict. Be mindful, if you're a couple, be mindful of the other one's feelings, and listen and treat them the way you'd want to be treated. And I feel like it can avoid a lot of this mess, because this is all about frustrations. Okay, you guys, that's what I can see going on, Virgo. A lot more than I expected to see, but that is what I have for you. I do hope that you guys enjoyed the reading. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, subscribe. I hope you'll stay. That would be awesome. Share the video, Virgo. Thank you again for everything. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next reading.